Call this meeting to order at 5:30. First is a roll call, so no board members on Zoom land, so in person.
Julie Farrell.
Jeff Hans Chester. Steve Perroni.
Paul Olszewski.
Lauren Fearman. Cheryl Hammond. Kelly Tarbuck.
All right, motion to approve the agenda.
Motion approved.
Steve and then Kelly seconds it. Any additions or deletions? Okay, hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right, next, look for a motion to approve January 4th, 2024 regular meeting minutes.
Motion approved.
All right, Steve makes the motion.
I'll second.
All right, Jeff seconds it. Nice. Oh, there's Rick. Rick is here. Hey, Rick. Rick has just entered in Zoom land. Amen. Hey, Julie.
Hi.
Perfect. We're just looking over the January 4th, 2024 regular meeting minutes. Everybody good with those minutes?
Yep.
All right, all in favor say aye, raise your hand. Opposed? All right, next, we have looking for a motion to approve January 24th, 2024 special meeting minutes.
Motion to approve.
All right, Steve makes the motion, Kelly seconds again. Okay. This is along with the workshop that we did with Dave. Everybody good with those?
I was, yeah.
All right, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right, beautiful. Next, public comments. All right, go along, don't see anybody, all right. Superintendent's report.
Right, I'll try to be brief. I know you have a long night. I again met with the Vermont Superintendent Association Executive Director Jeff Francis and several Vermont superintendents, discussed conflicting and inconsistent language that we're hearing around PCBs and the funding for it. Some legislators have said that the state is now no longer saying they will cover all corrective action expenses, only the ongoing remediation and mitigation expenses, such as the filters that we have in the high school. So we're now hearing rumblings that they'll fund the filters for the rest of time, but that we'll have to figure out ourselves how to do the actual correction. Now, there are also members of the state saying that's not true, that they will cover everything. But the more there's these different reports, the more agitating it becomes. The VSA pulled a meeting together last week to talk some about this. So Green Mountain is among the 4 school districts in the state with the with ongoing large PCB problems that have been identified. And we were all told that all of our expenses, both for mitigation and for corrective action, would be fully reimbursed by the state. So hearing the message otherwise is a little concerning. Very frustrating to get those mixed messages. So a meeting at the moment with House and Senate leaders and the secretaries of the Agency of Education and the Agency of Natural Resources is being scheduled. They're finalizing the date for somewhere between the February 5th and the 13th. I've also reached out to our House and Senate legislators to let them know. I'll let you know when that is scheduled, what we hear about it. There's going to be another informational meeting about the proposed building renovation bond for Ludlow and Mount Holly Elementary School on Thursday, February 8th at Ludlow. The same general information that was presented at Mount Holly last month. The only other piece of news I have for you is that we received the first installment of the settlement money from that class action suit with Jewel that I had talked about with you a couple of months ago. That was a class action suit brought nationwide against vape manufacturers for harm that was caused to kids having things marketed to them. And so we received our first installment. The total settlement amount after the attorney fees for the settlement with Jewel will be $23,874.53. Our first installment of $10,037.69 was received just this week. Cheryl's putting the funds into a separate account as we get the other checks for it. There are no restrictions on how it can be spent. So I would ask whether you want to put that on the agenda for March So that, and it is a check to the TRSU, does not go to one district or the other. And we'd be glad to have some direction from all of you about how you want to spend our $23,874, whether you want it to just go in the general fund or direct it towards something in particular. So, and then I would just remind everybody the budget vote, Tuesday, March 5th. The informational meeting for the budget and the annual meeting for Green Mountain will be on Thursday. The Thursday before that, February 29th. And those same meetings for Ludlow Mount Holly District will be the Tuesday before, which is February 27th. And that's my very quick report for you. Yes.
Do you have a recommendation about how the money should be used?
At this point, not particularly. I think that there is a reasonable symmetry to say that we should put it towards the education that we do to help our students learn not to make those kinds of choices. And that it would make sense to me to take that and put it into allowing the additional kind of professional development and student support that we do. But I don't have a particular, you must use it this way.
Thanks.
All right, any other questions, comments, for Lauren? All right, thank you, Laura.
Yep.
All right, facility directors report. Is Todd even here?
Todd is not here and he
He's at a
says,
basketball game.
and
Okay.
does not have a report for you.
He has no report? Oh, everything must be good then.
Yep.
All right, curriculum directors report.
It's linked into the agenda. When you click the link, you'll get to a folder that has them all. Go into February. Our written report is there. The main topic from Emma and I both this month is coordinated curriculum.
Yep.
That same folder will have district presentations for later in the month. Happy to answer questions if anybody has them.
Any questions? All right, thank you. All right, financials.
We're whipping right through this agenda here. Okay, so in the folder you have January's financials. Central office, the over budget item is the superintendent search, because we did not budget for that. Because we didn't hire the curriculum coordinator for this year, I don't really see that to be a problem. Transportation, still waiting on the state to give us the state transportation aid. Generally, we get it 3 times a year. We haven't gotten anything yet. They talk about it, but nothing's actually come out yet. So still expecting that. And special ed, we're right about 50%, which is, we'll take it. I don't know what else to say about that. I'm working on a indirect application that allows us to take a piece of the grant that we get to go back toward the work that we do in the central office to administer them. So that got submitted this afternoon, and the state has us filling out this ginormous spreadsheet, trying to gather information to be able to make some decisions about what's going to happen with Act 127. Earlier this week, we got 4 options. I'm not sure any of them sound very good, but we'll see. The first one is to do nothing, and what it's essentially going to do is put everybody up to the cap. So there's 2 other options, and I haven't vetted them out yet to see how they would impact us yet. I've been working on other things, but I will do that prior to your meetings. And hopefully they'll have narrowed it down a little bit by then. The information I'm sending them needs to be there by the 7th, so then they'll take it to the Ways and Means or JFO or whoever they're gonna talk to about that. So they're definitely working on things, so everything you hear in the news, they're putting an effort in. We'll see. Also in the folder is the audit. We spoke about it at the last meeting, but I didn't have the final copy of it yet, so that is now for your reading pleasure in the folder. And if anybody has any questions on that, I would be happy to discuss it with them, or any financials or budget concerns, wherever we are.
All right, okay, thank you. Any questions, comments for Cheryl? All right, all right, we got some old business here. Oh, our lovely 23-24 goals. So we're definitely working on one tonight. So for the superintendent, hopefully hiring a superintendent or, doing that. And then last time we worked on the what I'm,
Evaluation.
thank you, evaluation. So the only thing was, you made that, right, Kelly?
I did, and I sent it to you.
I don't think so.
Oh, I did.
No. I don't think so.
I'll look for it.
Right. Cause a lot was going on this month, not gonna lie. And all the meetings and everything else. Yeah, I definitely don't have anything for that. I remember we made a sheet for it, we were all supposed to look at it, right? I was looking at it today for the minutes.
No, I have it right here, I'm just making sure that I'm sending you the one that I tweaked and not another random one.
I'm trying to think, did we go through the whole thing?
No, we only did the first section.
Okay,
Well, yeah, we did half of it.
right, so actually, you want, Kelly, do you just wanna put on the big screen? in the second half?
Not on the spot because I'm not sure that this is the right one,
Okay,
sorry.
All right,
I
that's fine.
have it, I just wanna make sure that this is the right one if I'm gonna put it up,
Right,
and I'm
you
not
got it.
positive it is yet.
we got a little bit of time, so.
Alright, hang on. Cause I also can't see.
Duration, and then I haven't done anything with the 3-year board calendar, just let you know. And then we're holding efficient meetings, effective meetings, so we're working on that, that's always continuing going. So we completed our vision, so we're actually doing good with our goals this year. Everyone should be proud of themselves. Yes.
I have to share it with you to get it up there, right?
Yeah, you can share it directly.
Yep, right on that.
No, well, you can't, it's unless you enter Zoom.
Oh, right, yeah, so I'm gonna just send it to you, Paul.
Okay, you're gonna send it to me, sound good? And then I'll put it up on the screen and we'll see where we left off.
Once you have it, you should be able to share.
Right, oh yeah, I'm just waiting for it, that's all.
You should have it, or.
Oh, you don't like me.
I think this room, that services room is not great.
Try Lauren too. Maybe that's why I didn't get it the first time.
Shared it with Lauren too.
Did you get it?
Yep.
Why don't I get it?
Yeah,
What is going on here?
And I did send it to you the first time, this is,
Well, that would explain why I did not get it. That's kind of
yeah,
weird.
something weird.
But Lauren got it.
I have
All right, you
it.
can share it. You should put it on the
I
screen.
will
Lauren.
put it up on the screen.
It does not like me.
And we are in. And I didn't go overboard, I left it very informal because we decided we were just gonna get the ideas down, then wordsmith it after we settled where we were, so it's not a final anywhere near.
Where are you?
In the, page 2 of 18 is where we started.
Okay.
And we went through, that's okay, no, we just went through the effective category and changed those, and then that would have moved out the other two directions, and we didn't,
So board and superintendent relationship,
we did.
and then policy,
Yes,
and
why is it not?
you were in business and finance?
I'm looking at it, Lauren, because I sent it with the changes crossed out, not, I thought, but,
Well, you and I are both in the same document.
We are, cause I can see your, budget actions. I don't think we did this one. Business and finance, I don't think we did.
Right. Stop that. We stopped that policy.
Yeah.
Do you have your physical notes from the last meeting? No.
Does this look like an organized space?
That's why I have to type when I'm here, because the ADD kicks in.
All right.
Um,
So we'll start with the first one, which is budget development and maintenance. It says, let's see, so it's the third one over,
Yeah.
correct?
Yeah.
It says, all right, budget actions are proactive and consider the most current information and data. A system exists to ensure the continuous monitoring of budget so the board has sufficient data for accurate decision making. How does that sound to everybody? Oh, Amber, go ahead, Amber.
So I'm just reading from last month's minutes and where you discussed the budget and finance section. It says there was discussion about budget reports and this possibly being removed since this is the work of the business manager. Ms. Fearman noted that it is ineffective for the superintendent to give budget reports because they would just be getting the information from the business manager and relaying it third party. The board also discussed similar situation with the facilities management.
And that would make sense why I don't remember typing something new in it, because we were just gonna
We were just gonna let it go.
make a statement.
Thank you, Amber. Okay, so that makes sense. So keep out the budgeting and development, and then the budget reports, let's see. Was that the whole budget section?
Well,
Yeah.
I do think would want to keep the oversees the
Yep.
business
Right here,
manager.
yes, that part,
Right.
okay.
Yep, that would make sense. So oversees the business manager, ensures, yep. Regular reports to the board concerning the budget, financial status. Annual audit and financial reports indicates that district's finance are being well managed. How would we be able to know that?
Because Cheryl tells you.
Okay,
We just heard about that.
huh?
Is that the audit we just heard about?
Yes, yeah.
Excellent. I think that, I like that. I think it's fine. Is everybody good with that?
Yeah.
I think we can use that. Okay,
Like facilities management, that's an oversee as well, right?
well, hold on, let's see. What's budget education? Assist boards with presentation, and that's, yeah, I think that we should keep that one too. So, because that's assist the boards with presentation, explanation of the budget. I think that's great. Super.
A big deal that you want your
Yep.
superintendent
Yes.
to be able to do that.
Yes, excellent. All right.
none of us are gonna do it very well.
Okay, then this one here too, right?
Yeah, that's oversee.
We were gonna get rid of that. Right?
Yeah, I thought we made that change.
No, the two overseas we did make.
Yeah.
That was what we changed. Yeah.
Okay.
Now that I'm reminded, yes, and I
Yeah.
don't know why they were striped out on the copy. I don't know why it's oddly not.
Okay.
It could be the view.
Yeah, it
with,
might be
like,
the
the
view.
track changes, or like the markup view.
Right.
Right. So we'll move along then to community relations. Projects a positive image of the district. Yes. It does. I would say that's important.
I think maybe a little bit more.
Yeah.
In there.
If it's called district advocacy, I think we should say something about advocating for district goals or something like that.
Or maybe just, like looking at the wording in the highly effective, maybe some of that should be brought into the effective. We actively promoting public education, positive image.
I think that's important.
Needs and promoting. I think the leadership aspect is key.
Fine with that. We want to
Mhm.
move over and bring, Kelly, can you do that?
Yeah, where are you? I'm
We're
sorry.
right there. We're gonna move some of the wording over from highly effective to effective.
I was trying to look at the other version so I could see them both. Policy. Tell me what you want me to do.
Under community relations. Once you're there.
Under policy?
No, keep
No.
going.
No, community relations.
Thank you, business and finance, gotcha. There we go. Okay, now tell me.
So just move over for now the highly effective ones into the effective. That can make it sound better.
Not sure.
It's not doing.
Are you in the right one?
No, I'm in the right one now, but I'm in. All
There
right,
you are. We see you.
there I am. All right.
You'll have to
take
delete what's
this.
ineffective first.
Yeah.
You got a YouTube video.
He's in a
Oh, now
YouTube
there's a
video.
YouTube video, we're not doing that. Oh, crud.
Just hit your undo button, yeah, there.
There we go. Okay, now we're good.
All right, so actively promotes public education. District. Represents TRSU interests with the board, facility, staff, and public. Or should that say actually TRSU's vision? Right, no?
Yeah, it's consistent with the rest of the document, foundation of the document. It shall conduct the vision.
Well, it's not just, I mean, if it's district advocacy, it's not just the vision. We can add vision, but it's not, I don't know if we should just limit it to
I would
vision.
say actively promotes district goals and objectives or something.
And interest also comes back to legal exposure and financial, some of the other concerns. Is that correct? Okay. So it's not just vision.
So after interests,
District goals. And objectives, that's what you said, right?
Mhm.
The board, faculty, staff.
Now we have communication. Actively seeks two-way communication with all stakeholders as appropriate.
I think that's fine. I mean, what would be a definition of alternative means of contact? Like, would that be looking at like surveys or like, I mean, I'm not sure what that's even defining.
My assumption is that this, when it says alternative, that it just means things that go beyond what we usually do,
Normal.
which is send out the agenda and invite people to contact us. That alternative means could be giving a dedicated drop box space for people to put things in. And we actually have that on our website that some people utilize and they send information that way. Whether it's alternative or not depends on whether it's something we've always done. I think it is, I think it is, the intent of it is and works to provide additional means of contact for anybody struggling to communicate. So.
Additional means, yeah, there you go. How do you like that word, additional?
Two-way communication with all stakeholders as appropriate.
This is the case where I think also the highly should be the one on the right should be the second.
The effective one.
Yeah.
I'm gonna move this over and add.
I would just move that over in its entirety.
Seems like it's a big jump from provides appropriate.
Well, we're just working on the center right now,
I know, but
Yeah.
if you look at the progression, it just
Yeah.
seems like a big jump.
right? We're looking for a lot here.
But I don't think we are. Appropriate two-way conversation and then additional ways of
Yeah.
communication being
Well,
facilitated.
it's not too much to ask.
I don't think it
I
is.
think that is, that is
Yeah.
this is what you're expected to do.
Yep.
I don't think that's above and beyond.
This is, but it says actively seeks communication and then provides, I think actually just actively communicates
Yeah.
as appropriate.
Yes, that sounds good.
What about, and I don't know that it fits in here, there might be another spot, I'm thinking of like more more public outreach, not just the basics of communication, but things that we want to get out to promote and sort of market ourselves?
Maybe
Is that
that
coming
could be
up?
in the highly effective,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, okay. And I'm just gonna, again,
Just put something in there, yeah.
So, what was it, a year ago, 2 years ago, we had a community member who asked that instead of just having the agendas available, that I send an email to all of our parents and staff before the board happens, that does a little annotation of what the board meetings are. Because the communication is that they find the board agendas and the board minutes too dense and too complicated to wade through. So we started doing that. And I wouldn't have thought of that really as being alternative, but that's, that is under the, when it says seeks communication, I actually think that looking to get input from the community about what would be better means of communication is something that if you already think that's included in this definition, that's great. But I think that's something you want your superintendent to do, is to not just, I will share with people, but also ask people what they need in order to have more, better communication.
are you doing that? Are you sending out something?
I do, I send something, I send to Ludlow and to all of the Ludlow families and to all of the Green Mountain families and staff in both of those. I try to do it at least a week ahead of time. Sometimes it's only a couple of days, but it goes out each month. We've been doing that for, I think we're in our second year now. I'm pretty sure.
Would you mind sharing an example of that? Just like, not like right now, but just would you shoot an email? I haven't seen it and that's
Yeah,
really
well,
nice. So I'd like to see, yeah.
No, sure, glad to. I mean, and there are a great many people who ignore it, but there are a handful of people, including the ones who asked for it, that I get the response that this is helpful for them, because they're not going to go and look at the agenda, but when they get an email in their mailbox saying, here's the upcoming agenda for your area, then it's something that is written in fairly
Yeah.
straightforward, so that then they know that those things are coming up. And that came out of people's complaints that we were holding meetings about important subjects and they had no idea they were happening. But we have all of these things that are out there, and having somebody say, but I honestly, I'm not gonna read the agenda because I have to go somewhere and look and remember to look for it. And if somebody sends me something, then I will, so.
Okay, well, either way.
Yes, and I'm glad to send you.
Yeah, just so I can see what you do. I didn't know you did that.
That was one of our goals. Actually, so it wasn't this year, it was last year.
Yeah.
That was one of our goals for last year.
Nice.
so we're at promotes the district in the media.
Media, promotes the district in the media. Yeah, I mean, it's cut and dry. So I don't know how she put that. Promotes the district in the media.
I think that's fine.
Yeah, I mean, I think media includes social media, which is where we post a lot. I think it's fine.
Yeah.
Approachability is visible and approachable by members of the community.
I would bring the highly effective over for that one,
I agree
being
with
involved
that.
in stuff.
Attends a variety of events, yeah. Yep, that would work out, yep. There we go.
Collaborates with a range of community groups to promote effective engagement.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. Works cooperatively with a variety of community members on a range of projects.
Like, how do we know?
I'm not sure that's,
How do we know? I mean, that's interpersonal skills.
I see that as more external, like relations. I think interpersonal skills is more about like team building and
This is under the community,
relations, okay.
yeah, it's under the community relations setting. I always thought this was an odd one
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
And really, it is, the only part of that that relates to interpersonal skills is works cooperatively. The rest of it is just under the umbrella of community relations,
Yeah,
works cooperatively.
In the other, sections, would this kind of envelop it somehow, so we can just take this out? I
mean,
can we go back up and just see if this would be just like scoot up a little bit, just to read the
Yeah.
other ones?
Well, I was,
When it comes down to-
oh, I'm scrolling and it's not happening up there, sorry, I'm thinking like, yeah, I'm scrolling, what do you want me to do?
Not sure
really
we
go-
fit-
no.
Yeah, communication with community is that top box, I think,
mhm.
not quite, it's top on mine, but,
Promotes
It
public
could be-
education. Let's see, community actively communicates.
works cooperatively with a variety of community members on
Yeah, I think
set
that- yep.
projects.
You can actively communicate without working cooperatively though, so.
Yeah,
Well, if need be, we could add the word, collaboratively or
Yeah.
to that
Right, and get rid of
one
that
above
whole
it, and get rid
section.
of that entire
right,
section.
so interpersonal skills, we're gonna nix that.
Yeah, and then,
I'm gonna,
And cooperation to communication with community.
yeah,
Provides alternatives.
okay, and then where am I putting cooperatively?
communicates with community up to the top.
She's just asking in the paragraph.
Actively in here, right?
Yeah.
Actively communicates and actively
Yeah.
Collaborates and
Yeah.
communicates?
collaboratively.
I don't know.
As appropriate and works, yeah.
Yep.
I mean, as a.
Yep.
Okay,
All right,
then we're at, Paul, can you just for my own brain do a time check? What time are we switching?
yeah, we're
gears?
we're gonna finish this last one and then we're
Okay.
good here, so, yeah, 6:02, but. you did
Has
quarter.
positive working relationship with local and state agencies.
That should be the extreme one, probably, given the state of the state.
Say it louder, I'm sorry.
We need to go to the furthest extreme we can, because we need to really advocate to the state. So proactively builds and maintains a positive working relationship. with the
Right.
state.
So moving this one left.
Right, yeah,
Oh, crap.
That's your baseline.
yeah, yeah,
That's not above.
Yeah, could go further.
Okay,
Oh, yeah.
and then we're gonna pause here.
we're gonna pause here.
I'm gonna, so that we don't have to question it. Sorry, I just shut it down.
Would you,
You just shove it down.
Mine, because I can't see, so, all right, I'm
There
just
it
putting a
is.
bunch of
Yeah.
stars there so that we know.
All right, so, yep, so we ended there. Perfect. Job, everybody.
All right.
Excellent.
And I'm gonna reshare this one with you, Paul,
Okay,
just hopefully you'll get it, I don't know why you're not, or maybe Lauren will have to, I don't know.
right, so we did that, we'll get back to here. Okay, so we don't have any new business. Next will be executive session, so that I've been, first candidate, that's gonna show up at 6:15. So
Okay.
I have it here at 6:15, so figure we do a little recess, right, until she gets here.
Perfect.
well, or you could move yourself into executive session.
Right.
And
Yeah.
be paused at
Right,
that point, rather than,
right, having everybody,
because it's going to take a couple of minutes
right, true,
to move everybody out.
Okay.
And for me
Yeah,
to
give it to
run
me.
through with you
okay,
how to let everybody back in again
Yeah,
and
okay.
remember to start recording.
gotcha,
So
gotcha.
maybe you want to,
Yep, yeah, I got you.
Take care of
So
that.
this will be executive session, Title I, ESA, Section 313A3, this is discussion of appointment and evaluation of personnel, interview with finalists for TRSU superintendent position. So this is just a one-step motion.
Okay,
So looking for a motion.
I'll make a motion
Okay,
that we enter executive session to discuss the appointment and evaluation of personnel, interviewing the finalist candidates for the TRSU superintendent position.
inviting,
Inviting board members, alternates,
and the two candidates, what are the,
and the two candidates, of course.
yes,
Deb first at 6:15 and then
Lane at
Lane.
7, Lane Millington at 7:30.
7:30, okay.
Can you put those last name in
Yep,
there?
Deborah Fishwick at 6:15. All right, so Kelly makes that motion, who'd like to second? Adrian seconds it. Any discussion on that motion? All right, hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay, opposed? All right, so we're in executive session at 6:06. Record to the cloud. Okay, we are recording. We come out of executive session at 9:32. Okay,
We have to make a motion.
yes. No, we don't.
We don't?
Nope. Go ahead.
All right, so I would like a motion to offer the superintendent for the TRSU position to Lane Millington with contract negotiation to follow.
Okay, is there a second?
I'll second.
All right, Jeff seconds it. Any discussion on that?
This has been a difficult decision for me. But I will, when we vote, I will cast a no vote, because I think that, Deb brings a lot of, as an existing leader in the district, I think she brings a lot of organizational stability to our union, school, supervisory union. And, she came into a situation where she showed, at Ludlow, where she showed a lot of leadership and unification and team dynamic skills. And that was really transformative for that building. So that's the reason for my vote. But I also think that we would be gaining a lot of assets with Lane, and I appreciate my colleagues' assessment and thoroughness in this process. This isn't a vote against Lane. I support Deb.
Any other discussion?
I just thank you for everybody who's done all the hard work.
Yes,
I concur.
yep, me too. All right. So can you read the motion one more time, please? So we're all clear.
Okay. I am making a motion to offer the superintendent position of the TRSU to Lane Millington with contract negotiation to follow.
Okay, and it was seconded by Jeff. All good. All right, all those in favor, say aye, raise your hand. Opposed? All right, 4-2, motion passed.
We don't need.
No one's out on Zoom land, so.
We don't need to do a roll call?
No, because we're all in person. There's nobody on Zoom, so we don't have to do a roll call. So we have 4 yes, 2 no, the motion passes. All right. Policies approved this meeting? None. Public comment, any public comment? All right, Aaron done. All right, Randy, go ahead, Randy.
All right, hello. I just wanted to say, I think that was the right decision to make. I was at that meeting Tuesday. They were both great candidates, but I think at the time we're at right now and what we need to move forward, I think that Lane's going to be an excellent choice for our whole district. So congratulations on making a really good choice. And I'd like to also offer something on that $23,000 coming back from the Jewel case that went on. Is there any way that this money could be divided to each school equally so that they can buy something that will actually go directly to the students to help them learn, whether it be something electronic, something that directly inputs them for learning? I know it's not a lot of money when you divide it up, but it is enough for them to come away with something. And we're all trying to do something toward the students' learning. So this would be a great thing if that could work out that way, or at least take into possibility. Thank you very much.
Yep, take that into consideration. Thank you. Any other public comment? All right, seeing none. All right, next meeting, date and agenda. So we have March 7th, 2024, 6 p.m. Our regular meeting, which is in the art room at Ludlow Elementary School and Zoom, the professional development room. And one of those that's going to be on that agenda will be that dual settlement money. So there'll be probably more policies on that meeting. We'll be working on our goals. All right, we'll finish up the superintendent evaluation, and then that's all that I got. So anything else? If not, just let me know. All right, we got to do our sort. Oh, no. Self-evaluation. Slow down. All right, cool.
You did awesome.
All right, we all did. Let's see. We've read the agenda, background materials prior to the meeting. Yes, we have. We respect each other, the public and administration. Yes, we do. We're very nice people. We've handled conflict openly and constructively. Yes, we did. We focus on the roles and responsibility of the board. Thumbs up. And we act as a team once decisions have been made and work collaboratively throughout decision making. Yes, we have. Good job, everybody. Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Kelly makes the motion. Adrian seconds it. We're adjourned at 9:37.